In this video, I'm going to show you how to edit your drone photos really easily without any experience and get results from this into something like this on the Mini 4 Pro and the DJI Air 3. Let's get into it. Now, one of the things I really do like doing with these drones is taking photos, capturing photos of these fantastic landscapes all around the world. It's something that we can do on the Mini 4 Pro and the DJI Air 3, and these two drones are more than capable of capturing fantastic looking photos. But then enhancing them, color grading them, photo editing, this is going to make them look even better. But it's not an easy skill to learn, and this is where a lot of beginners go wrong. They'll end up just overdoing it, and then that result will actually look worse than the original photo. Now, one thing you need to do, I highly recommend, is turn on JPEG and RAW. So I'm always actually editing the RAW files. First of all, go into your settings and turn on JPEG and RAW. Now, when I'm flying these drones and recording video, I've always got an ND filter on, but for photos, I always like to have an ND polarizing filter. This is going to allow me to actually control the filter here and control that polarizing strength. So then I can actually reduce reflections on buildings and landscapes and also control the colors of the water and also any glare off that water as well. So all the photos you're going to be seeing have got ND polarizing filters on both of these drones, and I'll link them at the top of the description, the polarizing filters I like the most. So let's now jump over to the edit now. I'm going to show you exactly how to use this, how to get results really fast. Some of these shots were in California, some in Las Vegas, and some in Mallorca as well. So a good mixed bag of different photos. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's load up Luminar Neo. Now, this program, I've been using this for a few years now, and it's fantastic both for beginners, but also professionals as well. So first of all, let's load up this shot here. So this was taken on the DJI Air 3, and you can see it was a really overcast day, lots of mist in the sky here, but we can actually make this photo look a lot better really easily. Now, once we're in the editing tab, this is where we're going to be able to actually edit this photo. So on the right hand side, if you've never used this program before, this is where you're going to have all of your different tools with you. So you've got favorites, extensions, essentials, landscapes, creative, so many different tools that you have at your disposal. And what's great about Luminar is they're always adding different creative tools as well. So on this photo here, I want it to actually pop a little bit more. I want to get rid of this car park here because I think it's quite distracting, and I want to do something about this really overcast sky. So first of all, we'll just go to crop, and I'm going to actually just crop into this image a little bit. Now, the main thing I want to have centered is that stadium. So I'm just going to crop in here. So that's going to be what we're going to be working with now. Now, first what I want to do is, now if you go to Enhance AI, this is under the Favorites tab. What this does is this uses AI and it will actually enhance that photo for you automatically. So a lot of times you could actually just drag any photo into here, use the Enhance AI, and that is going to be it. So as you can see, as I'm going to increase this slider here, you can see what it's doing is if you look at the grass, that's making the grass a lot brighter, also increasing the saturation, and it's also just giving a lot of contrast structure to the overall image. So if we just look at the before and the after, already that stadium is starting to pop a lot more, and also the buildings in the background are also standing out. So if we go under the actual develop tab, this is going to be where you can change your exposure, your contrast, highlight, shadows. You're going to be used to all of these different sliders. So I want to actually just bring that contrast down a little bit. I'm going to increase a bit of the contrast, and some of the highlights, bring those highlights down. Now if I want to, I've also got masking options, so I can actually select different parts of the photo, but just to keep it straightforward, this is what I want to do. Now this sky, so let's go into Sky AI here. Now a good thing about this program is you've got automatic sky selection, so you can change that sky. So if you get a really overcast or a hazy day like we've got here where that sky is completely blown out, we can go and actually change the sky to one of these pre-selected ones. So I'm going through and change to one of these, and what you do is you just click on one of these skies and it will automatically drastically change that image. Try and keep it so it's relatively believable. You don't want to overdo it and have everything on like 100%. So if we look at the before and the after, that sky there has made a dramatic difference. So we've got this really cool dramatic sky number 3. And structure AI, what this will do is this will increase the structure and the clarity of that image with these sliders. So as you can see now, I'm going to increase this, and if you just look at the photo, it's adding a lot of contrast, isn't it? Now again, we don't want it to be on 100%, it's too sharp, but we can add it, say, around about 30%, and then you've got this boost option as well, where you can boost that even more. So again, we want this stadium here to stand out the most. Now, if we go back to Enhance AI, I'm going to click Masking, I'm going to click Brush, and I'm just going to just increase this brush size, and I'm going to basically just paint around this stadium. Now I'm doing a really fast job here, and then we're going to go back to adjustments, and I'm going to increase that, and you can see now it's just making the actual stadium pop now, so it's standing out a little bit more again. And then the same I want to do with the background here, so these buildings, I want them to stand out a little bit more. So if we go back to favorites, enhance AI, brush, and then I'm just going to paint really roughly over these buildings in the background, downtown LA, and then we're going to go to adjustments, just move that up a little bit, and they just pop a little bit more. So overall, I'll be pretty happy with that photo. This is the photo I shared on my social media. So that's the before and that's the after, and also you get this little icon as well, so you can actually drag this over and see exactly what it looked like before to what it looks like now. Let's have a look at a nighttime shot here, because there's a few tools that Luminar have recently added as well I want to show you. So let's select this one here. So a shot on the DJI Air 3 again. This was using the 70mm. Now I'm going to go back to the Enhance AI, and you see the actual strip here in the distance. I want that to pop a little bit more. So I'm going to go to Masking, and I'm just going to hit Brush, and I'm just going to actually brush a line, a really fast line over that strip there. Go back to adjustment, and then under accent AI, I'm just going to increase that, and you can see, if you just look, the actual strip, them hotel buildings, there's some highlights being added to them. They're just popping, aren't they, more? This shot was taken at sunset, so you can see the sky is pretty nice already just from the raw photo. But under landscapes, if we click on this tab here, you've got options for dehaze, golden hour, and foliage enhancer as well. So the golden hour, so we've got a good golden hour, but we can actually enhance that as well just by moving this slider. So if you just look at the sky, especially the left hand side, you can see that's adding a lot of warmth to that photo. Now I want your eye to be actually drawn to that strip. I don't want you to be actually drawn to all these houses in the foreground. So if we go to Relight AI again, the brightness near, I want the foreground part of this photo to be darker. So brightness near, I'm just going to decrease that. You can see now it's making the foreground darker, so automatically you're going to look over to that strip. So that's really good. So a really fast edit there. So that's the before, and that's the after. A really good shot on the DJI Air 3. On this photo here taken in Mallorca on the Mini 4 Pro, so really nice shot, fantastic area. So that's a really decent shot to be able to share straight away. I could just decrease that exposure a little bit, and that's good to share. But also I wanted to get a shot in this area around golden hour, but I just didn't want to stay here all day long waiting for it. And also these roads, if you've ever been to this area, these roads here are absolutely insane. So rather than me actually waiting all day long, which wouldn't be an issue in this area because what an area this is, I could just use Luminar AI to give a different look to it again. So I'm going to show you that. So high noon shot here. So I'm going to go down now and click on the Sky AI, if we can find it here at the top, Sky AI, and I'm going to go to Sky Selection, and I want to get a sunset shot that's looking quite dramatic. So I like the dramatic ones that they have built in. So you have number 2 and number 3, and then you also have sunset ones here. I really do like this one, Sunset 3. The ability that we have of how we can actually use these sunsets all done via AI, and just look at the masking as well, how this software automatically will add this dramatic sunset to all of the landscape without affecting it. It's really clever how it's done. I also want to actually change the look, the feel of this landscape. So there's a lot of greens here, but I want to go for more of a fire, like a cold fire look to it. So I'm going to go down to mood. I'm going to select LUTs again. I'm going to go to the Mini 4 Pro LUTs. I'm going to select cold fire. I'm going to increase that to about 50%. Just look at how dramatic that's looking. I mean, it's like something out of Game of Thrones, you know, the Game of Thrones opener. I should write at the top here, Game of Thrones. You know, it's a fantastic looking shot, isn't it? Look at the before and the after. And all we've done is two things. We've added a LUT to the landscape here, and then the sky has changed from a really nice blue, clear sky to this dramatic sunset. And wow, what a shot that is. So before, after, and you can share it like that under crop AI again. So under the ratio, you can actually choose of how you want it to be cropped. So you can click 1:1. You might want to have a 4:5, so you could have it like that. That will automatically crop it for you. Or you might want to do it for like a story. So you can click on this button here and automatically change that. So now you've got a story orientation. But for this photo, I'm just going to keep it as it was. I think the overall wide angle look to it looks really cool. So I'm going to keep it like that. So this example here, I shot over Palm Springs. And I want to show you how you could get a photo like this that's really underexposed to ready to share to Instagram in, let's say, 60 seconds. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Favorites, Enhance AI. I'm going to lift the accent up here. Just look at the difference of that already. Absolutely incredible what it does. Now I also really do like all of these lights, these street lights, house lights in the distance and also in the foreground. Now if we go to extensions and then magic lights, what this will do is it will enhance just of these lights here. So we go to intensity and we can actually increase that. And if you just look down at these lights, you can see now they really are popping. Just look at this area here where this pool is. That's without and that's with. So if we actually just decrease that a little bit, so these lights stand out a little bit more. Is that a minute yet? Because I'm happy with that. So in just two sliders there, Enhance AI and Magic Light, that is what it looked like. And that's what we're sharing. Absolutely incredible. This program, these two sliders, especially Enhance, is brilliant. Okay, let's have a look at this shot here. So another day where it was really overcast, not the best skies. What can we do to this photo? So we're going to go to edit and click on noiseless AI. So I'm going to select middle again. That's going to get any noise out of this photo. And then also we're going to go to super sharp AI and click on low. Now this background here, so as I've shown you, we can actually change that sky, or we could actually go for different looks. So if we go into landscape again and twilight enhancer, this is where it's not a golden hour shot, it's not a blue hour shot, it's in the middle of the daytime, it's about 12 o'clock. So we click on Twilight Enhancer, then these presets allow you to actually replicate a different time of day. So if we click on blue, this is going to give you a blue hour look. Just from selecting that preset, it's really good, but it doesn't just change the sky, it also changes different parts of that photo as well. And each one of these is going to give you a different looking sky and overall shot. It's really clever how they do this, and just look how fast these actions take. Now, doing something like this on Photoshop would take absolutely ages, trying to mask around these buildings. We zoom in, just look at how good a job it's done at masking around these buildings in like a couple of seconds. It's really good. But what I want to look for is that golden hour shot. I really do like golden hour sunset shots. I really do enjoy taking photos at that time of day, as I'm sure you'll see from a lot of these photos. So just look at that shot now, how by using this golden preset, I've not adjusted any of these sliders, that's the photo we can get. So before, after, it's incredible, and it's not too much, and you can actually decrease that and it brings it back to what it was, and you can increase it. Now that is too much, but around about what it's selected, it's about 70%. That's looking really nice. I also want to just enhance this road here. This is like the main focus point. You've got downtown in the distance, and you've got the really famous road leading into downtown, and the actual trees here in this tunnel, I don't want to be focused on that. So this road, I want it to stand out a little bit more. But because we've gone for that golden hour shot, everything's going to be a little bit darker than it would do in the daytime like it is now. So I don't want to just go to enhance AI and just enhance everything, because then we've got sunset, golden hour, and then we've got all of this really bright. It doesn't look right. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to select masking, and I'm going to select radial gradient. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select on this bridge, and I'm just going to actually draw a circle over this bridge. And then you see on these dots on the right hand side and the left hand side, you can actually just drag these in. So I just want the actual bridge selected. Now I'm going to go back to adjustments, and once it's selected that bridge, now all it's going to do is enhance the actual bridge, making that bridge pop a bit more. You can see it's changing the exposure and adding some contrast. That is what it looks in like now. and that is without it. Brilliant, isn't it? Now, if you look at the top in this section, it seems to be just like some dust particles from the drone photo. So I can click on erase and I can just literally just drop a couple of erase dots onto them, and that will take care of them. Missed that one. There you go. Good. Now, if we look at the actual masking again, it is absolutely perfect. They've done such a good job with this new tool that they've given you to enhance this sky and give different looks at night time, to have blue hour, golden hour. That is incredible. So I really do like that shot. So this twilight enhancer, really powerful. Just look at this. So a daytime shot, really overexposed, nothing great about this. And you can actually just get a completely different shot during the daytime. This now golden hour shot, just from using that twilight enhancer. Now they've also just introduced a water enhancer tool as well. It's going to be great for changing the look, the color, the brightness of any water in your photo. So if we actually scroll down, it's under landscapes, water enhancer AI. It's going to give you a few different sliders. So as I actually increase the amount, this is going to change that color of the water temperature dramatically. And again, it's all done automatically for you. You don't have to do any masking. Just look at the difference. So that's the before and that's the after. Loads of blue. So this blue slider, this is going to allow me to add more or less blue color in the sea. So if I increase this, you can see now really too saturated and over the top. It doesn't look very realistic. But also as I drag this down, that's going to go back to more of that original shot. So that was the original color of the water. If I just want it to be slightly more blue, I could increase that to about 20% like that. And that's just given a subtle amount. That's the after and that's the before. But also I could also add some greens to that shot as well. So if I want the water to be more green, I can just increase that slider. I can also mix them together. So I can have some greens and some blues and give this really dramatic looking sea to this shot. So that's just looking stunning, isn't it? Now the brightness slider as well, it's going to allow me to actually brighten up just the sea. So let's just increase that now. Just look at that. And then if I decrease the contrast, now it's giving this really nice looking teal sea to this landscape. Okay, let's have a look at this photo now. So this was taken in the same location just before golden hour. You can see this photo, it's really underexposed. There's nothing that's great about this. We've got a few distractions in here. I want to actually see how much we can enhance this. So first of all, we want to actually increase that exposure because that photo is underexposed. So we go to the Essentials, Develop tab on the right hand side. I'm just going to increase that. Now because it's a raw photo, it captures this data. It's going to allow me to recover it. So even if it was really underexposed like this, I can increase this and I've got so much room to play with. Now we're going to go back to the Enhance AI again under Favorites. It's always a really good starting point here. Accent NI, we're just going to increase that. That's going to make me and the actual background, all the foreground, the rocks. It's going to add a lot of structure, contrast. It's going to enhance it. It's fantastic. This is one of the most powerful tools on the whole program. Now a great feature on Luminar Neo is it allows you to actually add your video LUTs to your photos. This is something that you can't really do on any other program. If we move down here, we're going to select Creative and then Mood, and then we can actually choose a custom LUT. So if you've got, say, my Mini 4 Pro or DJI Air 3 LUTs, you could use those on these photos, which is fantastic. We can't do this normally on any other program. So each one of these is going to give you a different look. So I'm going to actually select the teal and orange one. This is one I really like because it actually mutes some of those blues. It gives you this warm color, but also some teal in the blues as well. So that's the before and that's the after. And then obviously we can go to the amount, and that LUT we can actually increase and decrease that strength. So I'm going to have it around about 60%. Now in this photo, I'm not really standing out that much. So if we go to Structure, which is under Essentials, and then I'm going to click Masking, I'm going to click Object Select, and the AI will also automatically select different parts of this photo, and then you can just highlight over me or the background or these rocks here. So I'm going to just select me here, and then automatically it does a mask around me. It does a really good job. I'm going to go to Adjustments, and I'm just going to then increase this, show you that before, after. So it's just a subtle amount just to make me stand out a little bit more from that background. Now you can see the sky, it's all right, but there's nothing fantastic about this. So we go back to sky selection and I can select a better sunset shot. I can select any of these here. Let's go and select sunset 5. So that's good, I like that one. But there's a problem here. If we look at the original shot, the sun is setting over here to the right hand side, but on the sky replacement, it's over here on the left. So anybody from Vegas will be like, yeah, that's fake. That's never happened. So what you can do is you can actually go to sky orientation and you could click flip, and that will put the sun over here much better. Now also we can also add a sun ray as well. So if we move down this list, you've also got the option to add sun rays. So under landscape, you click on sun ray and then you click here, place sun center. And this little white dot on the screen, you just click on that and drag it. So let's put it around here, kind of where the sun is behind that clouds. If you click on amount, now you're going to be able to increase that. Again, that's far too much. That's actually hurting my eyes. We're going to decrease this to just literally 1. And then I can also have options to increase the look, the strength, the penetration. So I'm going to actually just bring this down so it's subtle, like subtle amounts. So you've got a little bit of sun rays coming through there. That looks really nice. So before, after. Now you see these distractions here. So I've actually got a Insta360 X4 on a selfie stick, and I've also got my beloved Fuji camera here. So as much as I love them, they're a distraction. So I can go to erase under essentials, and I'm just going to just literally draw over them. Now, I'm not being very accurate, but you don't really need to be honest. It's that good. I'm going to click erase, and that will take care of them. They're gone. So now you can't see them. I'm pretty happy with that. That looks a lot better than before. That's the before, and that's the after. Really, really cool. So some really good and fast edits there using Luminar Neo. So you can get this program for both Windows and Mac on your laptop. They also have an iPad and an iPhone version as well to get really quick results on your phone. If you want to go and check Luminar Neo out, I'm going to link it at the top of the description. I highly recommend it for beginners to be able to get really fast results without hardly any experience, just from using those sliders. And that enhanced AI slider, it's so powerful. You can literally just get away with using enhanced AI and structure AI, drag that up to about 50%, job done. So thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like button. It gets videos like this to more places. And if you got this far, just give me a fist bump in the comments down below. That'll show me that you've actually got this far, and I appreciate it. I'll give you a fist bump straight back. I've got loads more content coming really soon, lots of new products coming out, exciting news for you. So make sure you subscribe, go and check out Luminar Neo, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.